let's get into it. So, Helado Negro. I don't know how it's pronounced, but this one keeps coming up for me. And this one is a little more vibey. It's not really an academic word, is it? But a little more atmospheric, a little more textures. I'm getting into more, like, learning a little bit, dipping my toe into the production, like, kind of this lawless trend. So when I hear atmospheres and the textures, I can start to understand how these are placed. You know, I'm just such a deep guitar nerd, you know, so when the drums come in like that, that's a sample with a lot of texture. Lovely little reverb on the vocals here. Let's see what they're saying. It's just a game to you. Like you bring me. I wonder what key he's in. Got a little major turn there. That little major 7 turn. We're kind of an F here. Like a C major 7 kind of sound there. This is, honestly, this is how I work through. I've spent a lot of time trying to refine my ear to improvise. So I can hear these moves before I hear the chords, which, I mean, that was what I was looking for. I wanted to be a lead guitarist. I want to be a competent lead guitarist. So this is, it's kind of like 1/6/4 5. Threw a little 13th on there. 6. Back to 1. Okay. Nice little blips and beeps in there. A little delay. Yeah, a little synth wave on there. I'm playing a Fame guitar today. It's kind of like a PRS. It's a little thicker. I was trying to get a little closer to like a Les Paul kind of vibe. 24 frets. Kind of skinny neck. Going through a Bassman clone. So simple. So simple, so elegant. 2 notes. E, 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 D. Pentatonic. You know, if you're a guitar player, identifying this kind of stuff. Or a composer. So one of the other funny things, I had a colleague who had a little label where he would do like electronic, kind of dark, intense electronica, like club music, late night club music. And I followed him. He was one of my supervisors at the time. So I followed him on my iTunes algorithm. And since then, girl, my playlist some weeks has been 50% EDM. So that was just one artist, and I didn't even listen to his full tracks because it just wasn't my thing. You know, I think I listened to like one full track, and then he had like all these EPs. But whew, so that is some consumer advice for you if you're in the Spotify world, or you're wondering if this is it's worth subscribing to Apple. But oh man. Oh, we're getting this auto mix feature. I was, oh man, what did I had to do to update my iPad? Momoko Gill. I don't know too much about her. I don't even think I've ever heard the name. A new artist this week. Let's turn it up.
I've got nothing I could say.
Here's a B flat.
With you, I guess I'll try. Feels immature. I know, lonely is a lie. Thought that this was all behind me. Yeah. Good thing I don't
Need a little overdrive here. That's what she needed. She needed like a little Stevie Ray Vaughan on this. But as always, it sounds like she's more on the OP1 side. Just stay tuned for some of that content. Look at that bass. It's like sub bass. That little lilt. I don't think I've listened to it. Normally, I get really inspired some week. I'll take this playlist out running. Just new music every week. And I'm running through the pines. And I get so inspired, you know. You just wonder where all the thoughts come from and where they all go. Because most of them I cannot act on. But it's you get musical ideas, production ideas, event ideas. Some of them come back and you keep working on them. But
how to desire. I can always see what you see in me.
Get like a little
the clouds, the haze,
I can always see. She's got like a little accent, like who's that guy? The young guitar player, Tom Misch kind of vibe. He's another one I'm always very happy to see turn up on my playlist. The young man is talented. But not showy, you know. So tasty. But I like this. This is the second time I've heard it, and a lot of these I listen to I'm either in the car, I'm running, or just driving back and forth. So that was another reason why I wanted to do this format, was to be a little more intentional in listening. That bass again, it's in the right ear. Beautiful strings. It's like a harp. I almost thought it was a pizzicato for a little bit. Little chromatic half step there. We're getting into like a coda feel. So if you're wondering why I have to play along, I don't have perfect pitch. I don't even have very good relative pitch. I've just taught myself to play along. I'm kind of insufferable jammer in that sense. So I will give you the musical information as it comes to me. I really enjoyed this one. I've listened to about half this playlist so far. This is In for a Pound by Shaking Hand. Very kind of like Modest Mouse influenced. For you young kiddos, Modest Mouse, that was another one. They were peak WRUV, that era for me. So playing stuff off of like Interstate 8, and then right after that, I think I graduated, and then they released Float On, and then and 5 years later, I was playing that on covers gigs, and it was a hit. Getting a little bit of a who's it? Kind of like Echo and the Bunnymen influence vocals. These guys are probably so young, I don't even know if they know who that is. Do you ever wonder how you get that? They might have a little flanger, but so the guitar has these little. Let's see if I can get these out. You hear that? So it's like I'm moving. The guitar has these natural harmonics at certain places. But if you move them, they do move. They don't move, but you get different emphases. And with a little flanger, let me see if I can dial in a little flanger. Oh, I think I lucked out. Or what's on here? They've moved on. And so will we. The other thing I would like to point out that I'm hearing in this is it's clean guitars, but it's a punk attitude. It's short, there's dissonance. The dissonance, you could say, is accentuated, right? So it's not big, heavy, distorted guitars, but they're getting a heavy sound from this. Alright, kind of slightly overdriven bass. It sounds like it's just plugged into the recording console. Having fun with it. They're having fun with it. I think we're getting some of this stuff. A little delay. My delay is probably too long here. I could tap it out to be right in time. Yeah. You're getting a little overdrive there, but again, it doesn't sound like classic two-band tone. It's not like dad blues, which is, hey, I'm a dad, I love playing the blues, but out for a penny, in for a pound. What's the message there? You're chasing money, you're gonna take it? I'm not sure what, I don't know how filthy they mean their metaphor, but that's like an old English phrase, in for a penny, in for a pound. So it's like it's like a gambling, you know, if you're, it could be used in a number of ways, as a gambler or as a customer. You know, most people, once it's that kind of sunk cost fallacy. I'd have to analyze the lyrics a little more. That's my English major education going. So many opportunity cost dollars given to the University of Vermont. Oh, this is a good one. This is probably my pick of the week. Speaking of opportunity costs, there's two financial decisions that could have changed life. When I was in school, this is taking me back to my DJ days, I could have bought I got an Apple clamshell MacBook, which it's like $1,200 or something, which it was relatively cheap. They're doing that thing they always do from time to time, a good educational discount to kind of get students on their platform. But like, oh God, by the time I was like working steady, I was like, oh man, I could have gotten by without the laptop, but if I bought $1,200 of Apple stock, yeah. And then I went to grad school. There's a kid young man, you know, in grad school, he's like 24, 25. He's one of the younger folks like me. He took all his loan money and just knew people in Chicago as stock tips. He was from Chicago. And by the end of school, he was like independently wealthy. I didn't get the whole story on it, but he had a plan, or he knew someone who's like, hey buddy, just get yourself some money, we'll figure it out. So, and then of course my other NPR story, I listened to Planet Money all day, every episode religiously in like 2012, where they're talking about Bitcoin. Did I buy any? Nah. So, here I am, working. But this kind of reminds me, my brother's a painter still up in Vermont. This kind of stuff he would do. Look at this beautiful album art. And it's kind of got that, it's that mix of kind of cosmic natural beauty. I hope he watches this. I'm gonna send this to him. That cosmic natural beauty, you know, it's kind of like gets into a Stranger Things moment in the back there with like the old pickup truck, you know, like these two guys. These guys are probably like, what is in the back? Some kind of equipment. I don't know. There's probably a story. But it's that mix. It's like this like homespun art vibe, telling like a cosmic story with like local, you know, local characters who you tend to be overlooked, represented everywhere. And that, like the roots look all gnarly and like this person has thought about roots and their cosmic meaning, you know, and they're like worms crawling through that dirt. It's pretty cool. I just love this vibe. It's like a techno mogwai kind of thing. Mogwai was another big one back in that era. If you don't know some mogwai, get you some mogwai. So, yeah. Natural magic. Kind of appropriate. All kind of ties in with your art, your sound, and your band name. Galaxy Builder. It's like Trey had a good song. His COVID hit was about it's like a God perspective of creating the solar system and like just letting things evolve, and like people have all these problems. And it's like, oh, just have to figure it out. So this is a similar perspective, one would imagine. The Galaxy Builder. But let's see what key we're doing. Ooh, oh, that was I got a tremolo effect on my guitar. But E, getting like a minor sound on top of it. Maybe A is the home key. So E would be the fifth of that if you're a music student. Haha! I was not hip to the Star-Spangled Anthem undertones in there until just now. I'm hearing a seventh. It's a dominant seventh. This one's a fun one when you drop. So I'm down to the A now. Now I'm hearing another flat seventh off that, which makes the E sound minor. You know, once the A is a dominant, then okay, now E slips into like. And if you're an E, you can throw in a G. That was one of the lessons I took. We'll talk about this when it comes up. I'm sure blues will come up. But you get a dominant sound. You know, you start looking at chord substitutions. That was one of the most useful chord substitutions, was just throw the 4 major 7 over a dominant. But I'm not getting like a lot of conflicting information that the 7th is wrong there. Could I go back to a major 7? How would I do that musically? Nothing really. But it definitely wants to come back home day. Yeah, I think we had an A the whole time in the bass, but it's a compelling listen. This one really struck me too this week. Jamie XX. Vegas Water Taxi. Kind of a classic kind of. It's got got that nice like indie vibe.
God, don't ask about my day. Run out of silly games to play again.
That's a very vulnerable moment in the vocals there.
So tell me
They're talking about kind of a kind of a dry side of a relationship, you know. 3 years of loveless sex. Does a dog or a kid come next? So they're in a relationship. They're kind of going through the motions in a sense. Beautiful. That nice little delay effect on more clean guitar. Kind of country slide guitar there. Little minor movement there. Subdominant kind of feel. Let's see what get some more musical information out of this. Ooh, like an A flat in there. I think we're in F, and now this is kind of more of a minor. Just be like. Walking down, stepping back down home. B, F, B flat F, and then it kind of walks down to C, D to C. So I think the tension here is whether it feels like it's an F to me, but the progression starts on that C flat. And that 2 going to the G makes you think, oh, we're gonna continue on around the circle of fifths and resolve it like another song. But that's the fun. We're doing indie rock. Hey, we don't follow those rules. And that's the interesting choices there, you know. I don't know. They probably, when I was a young man writing indie pop songs, I wasn't thinking of it that way. I probably shouldn't have been. I probably would have wrote more interesting stuff. But I did get on the music education train pretty early on my journey. Next up, we got Mirrors by WAAN, W-A-A-N. Reminds me, I was jamming with a track on a drum synthesizer by a dude named, who went by the handle VAG, V-A-A-G, or VOG. Saxophone scene. Little breakbeat drums. That's probably a sample. They got some texture and atmosphere on it. Could have been from the original source recording, or it could have been added on later. And I think all these are sampled saxophones. Interesting key change there. So he's got a melody. A melody is carrying it through. It's not like an improvised jam. It's nice when an instrumental tune can do that. So he's given it rhythm and structure. And that's one of the things I'd like to communicate here while we do this. You know, the effect you get, like if I was out running, I'm remembering there's some people I play jazz with who are just like, always have to say the fact that most people hate jazz. But when I'm sitting here with my guitar analyzing this, I was like, oh, this is so hip. So the things you like as a musician are not the things people like. So if I'm running, I like the clapping. I like this moment. Oh yeah, the little kind of fake rototoms there. I can hear that almost as like a keyboard thing. And getting some filter cut off on it. Oh yeah, wait for the drop. Yeah, this is a smart dude. Smart, except for the fact that some people are gonna get this far and be like, I've been listening to saxophone for 2 minutes and 30 seconds, and they're gonna turn it off. And that's, honestly, let me get into the Apple side of this. Apple iTunes critique here. I'm a jazz guitarist. I love jazz guitar. I can listen to jazz guitar for a long time. I'm not endlessly, and not because it does ask more of the listener than a lot of. But I don't. At this point, I can't listen to anything endlessly anymore. But Apple Music gets the idea that I like jazz. 90% of jazz albums released every week, especially if you like new music, are written by saxophone players. And I don't always love the timbre of saxophones. I do like this. Oh yeah, I heard this earlier. There she's talking my language. Oh man, pretty girl with a Jaguar. Come on. Melody's Echo Chamber. Hello, Melody. Not to be, I don't want to get creepy, but come on now. That's one nice thing about the internet. It's made it's given a space for female guitarists, an inspiration. Oh, you got this nice little wavy. It's nice. You know, artists got some label support when they get their little wavy animation on their graphics. Harmony's moving slow. Oh, it's so nice. Just like a little 2/5 motion there. One. I mean, it's basically it's a 2/5, but you can call the, I don't know if the 2 was a 4 or 5. So it's basically Fire on the Mountain. But what's not to like about that, right? But it's so much texture, so much vibe. This one's Robohands. I don't know too much about that. I've heard Melody's Echo Chamber, I think, once before. This is Orange with a J. I don't know if he's trying to get political there or not. They got that nice motion there too on their album. Look at that. That's like a bigger swing than a lot of these graphics go for. Look at that. They're matching my mood lighting here. All right. This is by Robohands. And this is a little more organic than I remember them doing. Again, music people like this. I'm talking to myself as much, but if you're listening, you're kind of implicated now. If you're listening this far, it looks like the sun. It's like sunspot images. Doesn't take much harmony. Doesn't take much education to write this music. It takes a lot of taste and a lot of working with synthesizers and DAWs. And that's been one thing. I've been on a little side quest about, my last episode was about a, what was it called? Beat surfing app. In a way to get to just set aside the whole issue of copyright. Like, hey, I'm just going to do this. But to me, the interesting thing about that is like the people making those kits, it's like the song is almost like pre-made for you. So it's kind of a weird abstraction that they can make these kits with not infinite possibilities. Maybe they cut the possibilities down to tens of thousands over, a real instrument. But it's kind of weird that nothing protects them, you know. I mean, I guess if you stole the software, it's just software at that point. So that ride cymbal, that might just be my headphones, but... And the reverb choices were interesting here. Yeah. There's a tension with that. It's a little road sound in the bass. Boom, boom, boom. The note has direction, as the conductors would say. And I hope that's one of the educational takeaways is this, just to get the lingo of how musicians can talk to each other. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff you learn in music school. You know, if you learn strictly classical music, all these things are just, they're like terms, you know, they're like code. But, you know, as someone who's studied language, who's worked with language, and, you know, if you work more on the social music side, as we get back into Kurt Rosenwinkel, who I had the pleasure of meeting at the Alternative Guitar Summit, got a lot of the New York cats there, with Daniel Santiago, who I'm not familiar with. Cats. And so we go. But at least the algorithm got the fact that I like jazz music. And I like Kurt Rosenwinkel. He's not my guy. I enjoy talking to him. I think I would really enjoy hanging out with him. I was a little nervous when I met him at the camp to like, there was one night you could meet the artists, and him and Julian Lage, who, God, he really steals my heart with some of his music. They were just hanging out at the bar and, like, you know, big friendly warm faces for me. But I was just a little shy, and I was trying to get to the jams and stuff, but I should have just tried to hang and just chat, but maybe next time. But Kurt was super cool. His music is kind of on the other end of the spectrum of what I was talking about. But as I was listening to this one earlier, you know, it's sophisticated music needs to feel the time in the same sense as simple music that's all about taste. And I think if you asked Kurt about that, which maybe someday I'll get to ask him about it. I did ask him a question, I'll tell you about that later. You know, they're treating the complicated notes and harmonies. You know, you've got a couple different harmonies and implications, different directions each chord could go. With the same taste, they're treating that with the same taste and mystery as some of like the more evocative kind of textures and timbres. That was a big thing. I forget who the composer was, but he was like, with the rise of electronic music and rock music, he was like, it's not about notes anymore, it's about timbre. So, God bless Kurt. I mean, he's got the ears for it, though. That's the thing. That's the thing that's tougher to develop these days. We don't listen to as much pitchy music, where it's about the pitch and the harmony. But he has done the work. He told me when he was in Berkeley, I think he would just put on drones and listen to how the color of the pitch changed against the drum. Oh, Gorillaz. I'm going to get some copyright strikes up on here. What key are they in? You're in E somewhere. I don't know if that's a bass note, but I got a lot of E. There's your 2 minor.
To the teeth, are you bubbling at the surface of what's cooking underneath? Are you dying for an answer for what they call good grief? But there's a terrific chance there's nothing beyond what you believe.
Man, getting existential here. There's a terrific chance there's nothing beyond what you believe. Yeah, kind of a. They always have a kind of a nihilistic, with a wink. You know, I used to love Blur. I forgot the singer's name here. Maybe he's in the credits. Let's give him credit on the credits. Damon Albarn, Joseph Talbot, AJ Pransana plays the bansuri, and Viraj Akarya. Yeah. So I think Damon, one of them was in Blur, so he's got that really distinctive voice. We'll get some. Oh, they get some nice. They get a little blend of the anime art style. They often do. Got those clouds moving. Yeah, you know they got label support with a little Hindi influence with the font, I believe. Don't shout me down, or hey, shout me down. Correct me if I got that wrong. There's kind of a silliness in this, which I love. There was that element in Blur, and so when that Orange album came out, with they're pushing the cart through the crash cart through the emergency room, it was kind of weird because like the other rock of the time was so into nihilism and existentialism, and other things, but the vibe was like a dark vibe with some edge was it. But they had this playful thing, which I didn't, when I was a teen, sitting on the bus going to school events, that was the best. Like listening to like an angsty album, that just summed it up. It was great. And then like Blur would just give you these like kind of comedic twists, and I was like, I don't know how to feel. And later on. Oh yeah, now we're full on EDM. Sonic Jungle. So I don't know the hole in my knowledge. Maybe some of y'all can fill me in. The whole vibe around, or just about the different genres of electronic and dance music. Jungle, I think it has something to do with, the beats and the sound. But that's the funny thing about this. Once I befriended someone who had their own little indie label of electronic music, and it's funny because he didn't even think of himself as a musician. Like he worked with all these other musicians, but he was like, he had this. He didn't put himself on the same level, even though like other folks were playing like French horn or euphonium, And I had like my little jazz cats in this organization. So he's like, I'm not like you guys. I don't play instruments. But it's like the getting into like the production world, the DAW world, the Groovebox world. There's some cool apps, some of which I might talk about here in a little bit. It's pretty heavy, and just having the nerve, to like put together. Like I know a lot of musicians who don't. I haven't released music on the streaming services. I haven't written songs in a long time, and I know that takes like. It takes effort and what's the word? You got to put yourself out there, right? So I totally respect that. Yeah, man, you got to stuff up iTunes. I don't care if anybody can do it. It's like put yourself out there. I got some stuff I'm sitting on, blah 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 blah. I don't want to. It's not about me in that sense. Yeah. So it's funny when I think about this. When I have my jazz nerd hat on this, I'm tempted to say, well, what's the key? It's kind of inherent, and there is like a bass line, but I can feel it as a player. So there's that thing. It's like that's one of the tensions to kind of resolve as you go along. It's like if you have ears for it to hear, like, oh, that's if you can just hear the pitches or the relations. Automatically, I can hear what I would play over it. I can get on the fingerboard and make music with it, and then I'll hear all the tonal information dropped out. And except if you want to pick up on the percussion, but the kick pattern, bump 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 bump, that does have a pitch. It's like a D. Oh yeah, there's got like a little triplet feel in there. That feels so good to play over. So that's what. Ooh, oh, we've moved on. We're on a new song. Oh, they DJ. They Apple got me with their DJ move. So they beat matched us into this. Let me go back. I want to hear that again. Bring that beat back. Bring that beat back, as Chuck D used to say. Let's hear the end of that. Let's hear that, Apple, because it should be the same. We're on the last 15 seconds of Sonic Jungle by E.D.O. I should go mixing. Ah, a little crossfade scene. All right. I'm kind of curious. I want to turn off the crossfade because I do want to hear how this track starts. But that felt good. Yo, that felt good, yo. Oh man, how do we turn this off? Here's a tutorial for you. Hanging out, talking about. Is this it? I think that's the crossfade button because I just want to hear how this track starts. This 9 space lazy 9. Let's hear how they. Okay, just right on it. But there is a little more space. You don't get that sense of space when it's crossfaded. But what's coming up next? I think. See, here we are. We're back in the EDM. Like, say I get 30 songs, new music recommended to me each week. I liked one EDM album, and it was all EDM stuff for a while. I get at least half of my playlist at first were that. Now I do want to add, the Orb holds it very, very. Was it Peterson? Whatever the guy's name is. We'll talk about him more on future episodes. Because I think there's going to be future episodes. I don't know if anyone's going to watch this, but I'm enjoying myself. Yes. Oh, this is how I feel that. There's probably like a 3 against 4 feel there, 2 against 3, whatever it is. They got a tuba on the floor. Oh yeah. I think they're trying to spell slays with the 9 or the. What are they doing with this band name? Let's figure this out. Let's figure this out together. Because when you see it, it's on the text. It's 9 lazy 9, but the way they wrote it on the album, that somehow the 9. I think they're taking advantage of the effect that your brain doesn't actually look at letters when you read, and that the 9 has the same 3 parallel lines as an S, but you know it's kind of one of the more of all the characters that have that 3-line effect. It's probably the most removed from an S because it's just 1 line added. I'll give them that. Very clever. 9 lays 9. 9 lay 9. 9 lazy 9. And this does sound. I'm getting more like keyboard bass. Yeah, that attack. That's not a tuba. But maybe they started off as a tuba player. Chime in the comments, 9 lazy 9. There's an A, a very popular key this week. Arrow up to a D. Ooh, all right. Back on an A. 1 and 4. That's all it is. Those are notes. Your brain knows they're notes that are in tune with each other. They're so far apart. They have rhythm. They're pitches. You can add texture and atmosphere. Oh, I'm learning so much. I thought I was coming here to teach you, but I'm learning. But by you being there, I feel a responsibility to cut through some of my own clutter that builds up when we're just sitting with our own thoughts. All right, we're back on the. Oh, we dropped a half step. Back down to an E, D, C sharp, E. So it's kind of descending thing. Okay, and that was a major, like a C major, C sharp major. D major. Let's call it F sharp minor. I'll tell you, anyone with perfect pitch or really good chord recognition is not gonna love this show. But you know what? I'm here to tell you, if you love making music and you can organize patterns and sound, don't worry about those folks. But if you have all that stuff and you enjoy the show anyway, hopefully some of the cultural and verbal associations might be interesting to you. If not, hey man, you make a show and I will probably watch it. Give yourself some crisp edits and some memes and write your own check, man. It's just music. Why don't we all just do it? Oh boy. Oh, it's a little more anime influenced stuff. I think the last one I watched was my partner, my lady friend, knows anime a lot better than I do. My kids probably know it too, but well, we're back on Freerun. Maybe that's why I thought of that. She's watching the plants grow. Oh, and I don't know. Are we in Japanese? Yeah. Or is it? I don't know. I'm gonna have to ask somebody. I'm not good with my Asian. Sounds like Japanese. Help me out. Tell me in the comments. Mado. It's probably Japanese. All right. Alright, got some very kind of classic indie pop moves there on the guitar. Nice chordal stuff. I like the little acoustic thing there. Listening to the percussion now. Okay, we're kind of getting back into the pop song chords here. Like B, probably B minor, D, A. Ooh, give it that minor 7th flavor. That's what I would do. I would play way too many moving 6th on it. That's why I'm not in their band. Ooh, I like that little synth line. Probably could be a guitar. If I had to bet, it'd be a guitar with a synth effect on it. The pacing of that acoustic guitar, it's so patient, so on time. Could be, I mean, these days it could be quantized. But these are the things to look for as a performing guitar player. Things to appreciate. Lay back. Yeah, get that time. Remember, the radio station brought in the Lucksmiths, an Australian band, doing just that kind of nice twee classic indie pop. But it is hard to make an impression, you know. I think every generation grows up and hears stuff like this, and it just makes so much sense. But it's been going on for a long time now, so it would be hard to break through my callous twee indie sounds to make an impression. unless he made it with the lyrics. But there's probably a dozen bands in Japan with this sound. I got to go to Japan a couple times. Yeah, it was good fun. Hypnotic. Works so good. Just repeat. Don't think you have to do anything. Wow. Not with your notes, or you don't have to like reinvent the wheel. Like play your notes and then feel the... I always want to ruin it. That's why people hate blues dads. But hey, we're on this journey together. We'll get there. LOLOET or LOLOET. Les Yeux is the title. So they got this picture. It looks like a giant engine of some kind. Some kind of late industrial device. You know, this is big industry of the 70s or 80s or maybe later. This machine is very serious. And I wanted to point that out. The first thing I really heard in this piece, there's a complexity in that drone. I get the trumpet. Yeah. The trumpet's gonna trumpet. Put some Moon Dome reverb on there. The birds. So you've got this industrial sound. The complexity of the harmonics in that bass drum. It's like intentionally unnatural, I'm gonna say. But there's like elements of chord in the frequencies that are accentuated that kind of ring out. And then you get the birds, a couple kick drum hits in there. He's just blowing, man. He's got a melodic idea he wants to share with the world. This is a good way to do it. But there's care. There's care in every aspect of this. You know, the beautiful little field recordings could be on a loop. You know, the synth just chopped up, placed in Pro Tools. And that's one thing. It's kind of funny that the trenches we get into with music, because listening to new music every week has been a habit for me. But I had to intentionally take the music I was familiar with from, you know, these new music playlists, and that I would follow and add to my followed music, so I'd get more music like it, and they're the same artists when they release stuff. I had to consciously, and like jazz musicians I had met or like learned things from, I had to consciously go back through my other social media and teach it that I want to follow these people and I want to know when they're in town, because I was just not hip, you know. I wasn't aware. Like, who knows how many really cool shows that I hearted their thing, I hearted their song, I added it to library, I did all the stuff, but especially in this day and age, someone's got to crack that code. You know, we gotta make it happen for folks. You know, you're looking at Jerome Harris's #1 fan on Facebook. That's all I gotta say. So, it is what it is. And I know he has much better musician friends than me. Better musicians. I mean, I'll be his good friend, but we're getting it. Chijitom, give me love. I'm laughing because I think this is Korean. And I love me some good Korean music, some good K-pop. I'm not a student of it. I don't have a lot to add. But there was there's like a local Korean cafe, which I love as well. You know, if you're in like 85 degrees, if you're in the Dallas area, that's 85 degrees centigrade, which is a good temperature for coffee, which is what they named the shop after. And again, if I'm wrong about the language, that's just my own ignorance. So flay me in the comments as appropriate. But so this new Korean cafe that opened up locally, tous les jours, I went there to like do some, homework, office work kind of stuff. Cause it's like new place. I like the food. I like the coffee. I'm gonna hang out. It was music with less personality than this. I appreciate a nice, fun little twee pop song along with the next person. But I was in there about a half an hour, and the song started to repeat, and they were pretty repetitive songs to begin with, so I was like, ugh, fold up the laptop, gotta go. But I went there today for food, but I don't think I can like hang out there without headphones and just hang out, so. I've got like I was trying to think of, it's kind of funny when you hear folks like, it's almost got like the same movement as Sunday morning, it's like little kind of like blue-eyed white boy soul reggae influence guys in the United States, and then to hear that be picked up and adopted by, in like Korean culture. And it's not exactly Sunday morning that I was thinking of, but I like this. It's a little more personality and some of that. The drums are a little raw. Nice little room sound there. Yeah, I think that's... Or it might be a simplified Japanese script. But anyway, I don't want to embarrass myself anymore by speculating. So I'll just let that go. It's kind of a longer track, too, for that kind of a tune. So we're coming in just under 4 minutes. I'm going to turn the auto blend back on, see what trouble that gets us into. Ooh, we got a good one coming up next. Sababa 5. So this started creeping in, I think from like the Cruzman influence music. Yeah. Tasty. The album is Bienvenue, Allô. I might have some French pronunciation from growing up with a couple hours from Quebec, but Allô. This is that little slide. I gotta turn off all my classic rock. Put a little single coil. Just that one little touch. That's the little things. Oh, and lovely. It sounds off. It's got this like exotic, like Middle Eastern kind of vibe in the guitar melody, and the guitar can convey that really effectively. And that's kind of trendy now. But adding that synth, is that an FM synth? Let me know. Oh, nice drums, solid. You can tell it's, I feel like it's real drums. I hate to even say that anymore these days. But they're playing with the music, which is a good indication. You could program all this, and you could humanize it and vary it. So tasty. But I added their first couple albums, Sababa 5. Let's see if we can learn anything about them, since I'm fanboying pretty hard on them. Elans Milan. Is that a stage name? Itan Drapkin is keyboards, okay. Amir Sadat. If they were all rhyming words, I was gonna accuse them of some made-up exoticism here. Itamar Weinstein on drums. Itamar laying it down. Amir Sadat. Haven't really appreciated the bass so much. They're getting it. Got that, picking up the right notes. There we go. Drapkin. High time Drapkin. I'm still not convinced that might be a stage name. Elon Shmilan. Especially if it's some kind of a comment on Elon Musk or something like that. Yeah, the drums are picking that up too. Yeah. Take that, Mark Spear. Yeah, keyboard's giving it right back. They're keeping up. Elon and Itan. We had some kind of like a D harmonic minor. Ooh, there we go. As soon as I say it, they modulate. We're up to E. Hey, quick guitar cheat code. So if you're in some kind of the big thing in a minor chord with that with the leading seventh. So I'm not swearing I got the right mode for them. But a lot of harmonic minor stuff, it's almost, you get more of a nice kind of exotic sound just playing the half steps around your minor chord tone. Anyway, convinced? We'll see. I gotta remind myself of these things too as I'm playing. And we're back in this breezy Presente. Pedro Mizutani. Turn it back up. What did that chord stab reminded me of? It reminded me of Chicago band. And the rhythm guitar here too. It's really hard to think of other music when you're listening to one song, especially when you're enjoying a song. Their song, they had a Chicago song, they had a Chicago band, they had a song about the loop. Let me know if you know. But same nice elements that work together, kind of like not too deep on the drums, but they got that punchy rhythm interacting with the bass. Yeah, and that little sad minor. Ooh, there we go with some timbre. Yeah, D-tune. Bring it. Sea and Cake. That was it. Pedro Mizutani.
Pessoas pra compartilhar tudo que eu vejo. Tudo que eu vejo.
Is this Portuguese?
Faz só.
It's spelling Pedro. Oh, yeah, okay. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but obviously I didn't study international many languages. A sounds like the fifth, here's like D. Oh, let me put on a tube screamer. In my Ross compressor. Ooh, reverse delay, come on. Ooh, yeah, I love that keyboard solo. Yes! I'm going to add this right now to my library. I've been enjoying a lot of these. I'll just click add, I guess. So, maybe that's another takeaway of this. Do some intentional listening. Make a podcast about it. Ooh.
Yeah, I thought
You'll
we
find some
discussed
new
this.
favorite music. Nubiyan Twist and Bootie Brown.
We both came to some type of agreement, didn't we?
Album is Chasing Shadows. Red Herring.
Something's mucky in the waters. Sip and taste and you won't find truth. Trying to take back what they owed us. You ain't ever gonna take my roots.
Here's the lyrics. Love this album art too. It's got like a. I got like the digital cloud, some kind of black magic, some kind of panther animal. What is going on with the crows? You got the sun and the moon, some kind of eclipse imagery. Love those mountains. I feel like I could almost recognize that. Are the birds like little recording eyes? If you are Nubiyan Twist, let me know. And I'm also curious what the instructions were to the artist, if there were instructions. And then, check it out, all the negative space, all the black, it's like cosmic star glitter, right? The little red wheat leaves or something. And the fish are under the digital.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure things out because we said it was like this.
Using some spoken word samples. I was wondering sometimes, I feel like I can tell when those are generated in the studio to try to recreate something, or like when they're like pulled off a voicemail or something like that. And you got the lion here. It's got like, are they talking about the lion in the lyrics? But the lion's got like, he's got like a star on his forehead, so he's got some kind of like Manson beast figure, maybe. I don't know. Ooh, tasty licks. Is that like some kind of EB situation? That synth doubling the bass, so it's like following. I'm assuming maybe it's a keyboard bass that is also triggering the synth an octave up. Take a moment and let us pray. Give the listener space. That's how you do it. Kind of like a G minor, D flat situation. Hearing that C call out to me, like a fourth above the G. You recognize that? There's our little... It's not appropriate here. It was a mistake. I was going for... Be free, yes. Oh man, I remember the first time I heard Erykah Badu as a DJ in school. You wouldn't hear Erykah Badu in northern Vermont either. I'm just saying. So, who's the other guy? Oh yeah, Donny Benét. I'm trying to think of Neil Felder's a guitar player. Donny Benét. Just the hairline. How did they make a whole piece of album art come down to the dude's hairline? Because he's like watching his gal dive into the swimming pool. He's obviously set. He's got a good feeling. He's got his cocktail going on. Il Basso. I mean, maybe that's an accurate representation of him, and this is just the song makes you feel it. All right, some disco moves, some classic disco bass. Or D minor, the saddest of all keys. Yeah, come on, man, get it. Horses. Who are you gonna bet on? It's funny how, like, when disco like this went away, you know, after like Donna Summer, and elements of it remained, but the last time people would go this hard with digital beats, they're like, you know, I think the feeling, this was probably about the time I was born, like late 70s. And then like synthesizer music was coming in. So this is a marriage of something that didn't really exist at the time. But it was too cold and clinical for most people. Or they were just over it. They'd gone to the disco and danced all night and did their cocaine or whatever. And then it's like too hard for everyday life. And you know, hey, if you went out and just kept doing that your whole life, if that's your thing, more power to you. But then it's funny when it comes back and the technology is so different now and everything is so crisp. But I don't think everything is really super quantized. He definitely knows his synth. He's definitely the guy from Bad Gear, the synth show, could comment on this better than I could. Oh, listen, we got some chic guitar going on, some Nile Rodgers reference. Oh. It's almost like a quote in the synth line. It's a similar motif. But it's funny. So it's come back This isn't the first album I've heard like this. I've been trying to remember another album that I really liked. It's kind of like a lot of like Nordic disco, hipster disco. But it's come back like extra clean and extra hard, and it's almost, you know, extra synthy. You know, there's no apologies. But it's funny because back then, when disco went out, everything was still on vinyl, and it could, you know, now people are like vinyl is like the organic thing, but it's, and you wonder, you know, just so much thought goes into fine-tuning the frequencies of all these, and then in the mastering. It's still a very human, labor-intensive enterprise. Just getting this perfect bass sound, but it's like a perfect bass sound, but it's like clinical, but it's like, it's very satisfying. Oh yeah. All right, I'm gonna add that one too. Horses, Donny Benét. As you can tell, I had a good old time jamming with it. I gotta turn on low power mode on my iPad. We're getting into it here. I'm not sure we're gonna make it through the whole playlist. Have we already? Yeah, we only got about 4 or 5 more songs before we hit autoplay. I'm gonna fill up my phone. I might, if this goes well after a few episodes, I might do this as a live stream. We got some art here going on too. Let's celebrate this art. My screen went dim because I got it on power saver mode. You Don't Look Well by Gerry Read. Gerry with a G. And I don't think we're gonna get much more out of that art appreciation. Little pastiche, little collage art on the front. I'm getting a lot out of this though. Let's do it. Let's go into art criticism mode. What I'm seeing here. There's like the stone man has split, revealing the attractive white boy with combed hair and the wolf that lies beneath and the blue sky overhead. There could be some stuff there. They don't post their lyrics on this one, but I like the singing, I like the vibe. It's not too, it's got that indie thing. It's almost giving me vibes of like the Beta Band vocals. Again, we got some more Nile Rodgers. Turn up the delay. That's just D, C, and A. I like this, and this is not a mashup you hear very often either. I'm gonna try to keep us on high power mode, so because I feel like we're not doing the artist justice if we don't have their art up. The little envelope filter in my left ear. Yeah, it's that mix of things you haven't heard in this way before, you know, that keep it fresh. Oh yes, it's super crunchy drums, like very lo-fi. Yeah, we got our little filter thing keeping the time moving with the hi-hat. Yeah, I'd be jamming right now if I was running through the woods. What's the bass movement doing? It's going back and forth. I like that little rhythmic move though, because you start on one, and then go back to the other, and then you go back to the other, and then go back to the one. One. It's probably 4, 5, 5, 4. Very simple, but it's not. Again, it's taste, it's decoration, it's treating it right. But it is clever in its own way, you know. It fills up the bars differently because, you know, you just told me, oh, it's just 2 chords. It's more than that, though. It's how they're played, and they've, like, you know, they've committed to the pattern. Yeah. Tasty, tasty. Oh, we're in our mix again. Angelo, Cruzman, Jacoby, and Dreams. Sounds like a 3-way collaboration. Did you ever stand up? Did you ever stop and wonder? Sing a song. What's going on? This white album art is too much for my camera. There we go. Oh yeah, we're getting vibey now. That yellow glow, the incandescent bulb. Got the kind of playful, childlike element with the little chime melody. And then we got this like little timbale pattern going. She's saying something on those vocals, but can't decipher it. Oh yeah, little delay on the vocals. Let us know we are in production space. Yeah. The bass feels good. Let me see if I can give you my synth bass here. Oh, we got 5 more minutes of this. We're gonna be feeling groovy. I might put my phone on low power mode so we. Let's finish this video. So we're back. I had to cut away. I was trying to put my phone on low power mode. I might do it again. I might have to splice this all together now. There it is. Now it's still working. Battery button. There we go. There's the title. Sing a song. Sing a song. Make your own day shine. Sing a song when the song surrounds you. Ah, that's so beautiful. So pure. Yeah. Dancing, that's where it's at. Yeah, if you're dancing, you're waiting for the beat to come back. Oh, you're so happy right now. Yeah, get up and dance. I don't care where you are. If you're sitting and listening and watching me, if you're sitting on your couch and you heard that note, you're probably not thrilled. But if you're up dancing, it integrates. Ooh, they're in major. I don't hear any 7th. Isn't that funny? That little bluesy 7th was a lot. So that's might be the, you know, it is a major 7th, which is it the tonic or is it the dominant kind of thing? But it's so achy to go to that flat 7. I just can't help but do it. Let's get it bluesy. The channel my inner Greg Koch here. So it's a synth. Somewhere they're implying that C chord, C sharp. B. Yeah, so this is the. I mean, it could shift. That's a fun little trick. To the B. Yeah, that feels very major. It's either major or Lydian, right? Either sounds right to me. I mean, you can play with it too. I mean, you might say that's why. You know, you might say that's why. Well, I'm here analyzing other people's songs, but to me they both sound right. They could both be used creatively in a solo. It's about owning the effect and the intent. There's wrong. That major's wrong. See, that's the thing. If you go for the major, there it is. So they were doing that. Kind of tonicizing each movement a little bit. I can't catch all the individual notes of the passing synthesizers. They're probably all just 1, 4, and 5. That's one thing when you get overeducated in music, jazz and like hip chords and all that stuff. You have these outer structures of your basic chords, even just the 7ths and the 9ths, and then you go up and up. You kind of learn to place those so much that you don't realize like 1, 4, and 5 sounds almost like nothing. So you just take it for granted. So I try not to do that. I'm talking myself out of that with you right now. Brokenchord, Money Pocket, Black Plastic Bag. This is some kind of segue song. Brokenchord is keeping it industrial on their fonts here. C minor, yeah. What's the bass doing? Looks like it's going down to E flat that I don't have. That's kind of cool. So it goes up, it starts on C and it goes down to the minor third. And then when it goes back up an octave over the tonic, it sounds really bright. Yeah, they're mixing it up. This might be a live bass track. I could hear you getting this kind of synthy sound with some just pedals. Yeah, a little delay, a little synth effect. That could be on guitar too. It sounds. I'm hearing the drum loop now. I'm trying to like place it. It is very kind of stock and repetitive. It's got some hiccups in it. It's probably 16 or 8, 32 bars with some variation, but the tone is very consistent. It's got some space and grain to it. It kind of reminds me of like Natural One by who was it? I'm the one, natural one. Where you're just kind of setting up a kind of a trance state, and then the voice has got so much delay and reverb on there. You either are looking into it to try to get meaning out of it, or it's like washing over you and maybe getting to you on that level. So. Let's see if we got some lyrics here. Oh, they're talking about bass. Searching for the place. Water in my face. I need water. Okay. I don't know. What do you think? Lyrics? Knowing the lyrics? Being spoon-fed the lyrics by your device, or even back in the day, being able to read them, or you just figure them out on your own? All choices. You have choices as an artist. We've talked about a lot of artistic choices today, but you have choices as a listener too. Kind of want to me, this needs, I would add a little more like, yeah, more of that synthy, like spacey. This needs like, I think they added it at the end. Lawless World, number 3. Oh my gosh. That's what it feels like sometimes. Vladislav Delay. There's probably like a hidden eye trick in here somewhere. Oops. Give you a sneak peek of all my apps in there. Funny thing is I have like kind of a paper filter, paper screen protector over my thing because I use it for sheet music and chord charts, so it's nice to have it not be too glary sometimes. But even if there is a magic eye on here, this is some field research here. It's very 90s here. I don't know, I'm not good at these. I cannot confirm or deny. Oh, yeah, interesting space. You know, it feels chaotic, but then when they drop... And then when it hits together, that... This might be one... I'm assuming it's in time. I would have to count it out. And what is even dividing? What is even giving time? As a listener. So they're kind of sinking into that disorienting space. Fun to talk about. I could go either way with this. I'm putting myself in. I'm working out. I'm running through the woods. I probably would give this. We're 2 minutes in, and there's 7.5 minutes left. So yeah, I could not hang with this very long. I could do this for about 30 seconds or a minute, and then be like, this has to go somewhere, because it's like, oh man, I try to figure out how I would go about getting time out of this, and it would be a lot. Because I think some of the samples are arranged in a way to distract the time. But that's the musical side of it. Creatively, it's interesting. But definitely, if you were in a space to listen to this kind of music for 9 minutes, yeah, they're layering stuff in. I bet it picks up. So that's they're asking a lot of the listener. But if you are that listener, you're gonna be rewarded. Oh yeah. Look how nice this is by the time you get to the end. I'm not gonna make us go through. I don't want to say make us go through. We could throw down some guitar on this and loop. Let's do that. We're already 2 hours into this adventure. So this is what I would do as a guitar player. I got my looper here. Aside from what I'm craving with this abruptness, is like a little space, like that relates to something melodic. So I might be going against time, but to me the abruptness has to be intentional on some level. Maybe if you've listened to this, or if you're working on it on a DAW and you know where the beat is, like that's gonna inform your perception of it at some level. But as a listener, as someone who would improvise, you know, on this track or with this track, that's where I'm gonna go, is add something. Ooh, yeah, a little minor 6 situation. I could go, I feel like adding some kind of time in a module, in an LFO, like I got like a tremolo. It's kind of being masked by the envelope. No, it wasn't on. There we go. And then if I add a delay, that's really gonna give it some structure. But I think people's perception is that the delay structure is its own thing. So it obviously it doesn't have to be in time, unless you want it to be. Anytime you bend a note on something like this, I think of like David Gilmour, or even like Clapton tried to do some electronic music stuff, but not like this dark industrial kind of thing. I'm gonna make it really spicy here. Oh yeah, flat 9 on the minor. Major 7. Oh, got turned into a spy movie. That would be a great. See, you put this on a James Bond soundtrack. Something deep he's going deep into his subconscious here. He is going into his childhood, trying to figure out where it all went wrong. Was it all worth it? Oh yeah. Flat 13. Oh, there's some time coming in to contradict me where I was going with this. But there's that feel-good time. It was all worth it. 7 minutes in. Let's give them a bass line they can feel. Is there either? But that like rude interruption snare effect has gone away. So you could structure that so that's part of the time now, and now it all makes sense now that once you introduce these more rhythmic elements. But I don't think that's what they did. It's all about the space. Gotta leave space. I could hear like 3 notes ahead of that, but no. And that's one thing, like getting into working with electronic music tools. I haven't even really produced anything yet, but just getting in that headspace and learning more about them has kind of reinformed the way I think about guitar in this context and for where it sits and production. I think just getting more in that composition headspace from wherever you are on your music journey is a good thing. Might have heard this on Hearts of Space back in the day, since this is kind of a nostalgia show. They were the public radio source in New England where you could hear something like this. And the guy would talk in a studio whisper. Space fans, wherever you are. Alright, I think we only got... What do we got?
Ain't nothing new on that. So look out the window.
Loose meat. Turn off the news, man.
But I ain't even tripping. Phone going silent, the whole world is skipping. It's the end of the world as we know it, I'm sipping. Out of my baguette on my wrist still ticking. Yeah, the world as we know it, I guess it's finished. Street lights are flickering.
So I do listen to pop music and hip hop and club music from time to time. But somehow the algorithm doesn't think that's what I want to hear every week. I don't listen to a lot of contemporary rap. But again, it's a lot of kind of DAW, groovebox production.
All the hustle and the pain, all the nights I was fighting just to see the final credits on the sky that ain't lightning, it's just glowing, a quiet explosion. My dog's by the fire pit, we ain't even frozen.
He's telling a story, yeah, I can get with it. It's got a lot of auto-tune. No lyrics. Loose Meat, I'm not familiar with them. Getting a little angsty and existential.
I'm glad that you with me. Paint the whole sky slime color, the new phantom. I put VS on my T, they shine in Atlanta. Rig going on my feet, walking on the moon.
Kind of walking back up and down with the chords.
I've been told you I'm an alien, this ain't nothing new to me.
Taking the beat out.
Put up in a spaceship.
Little like weekend background vocals.
Let it all fall down, ass looking like Chanel.
Oh man, all about that kick drum.
We ain't even gotta speak, no, ain't no need for words. Bought a baggie on a base show, it's a red spot. And I'm feeling perfectly fine, looking right outside. Pouring out champagne on the pavement for the last time. Looking at my brother, know we really crossed the last line. No more call to make, no more money on the baseline. Just the sound of the wind and the flat line.
Ah, so poetic. I love it.
But it's peace we know, yeah.
He's talking.
Turning purple, but I ain't even tripping. Phone going silent, the whole world is skipping.
Yeah, he's talking about real stuff.
Yeah, the world as we know it, I guess that is finished. Street lights are flickering, my windows ain't tinted. Just watching it all from the top of the city. If this is the end, then I'm glad that you with me.
That's good. That's good. It's nice to see where hip-hop has moved some days. The Texas Cyclone. This is our last tune of my new music recommendations. I hope you've enjoyed hanging out. I imagine if you're here this long, you've kind of been doing other things. Maybe check in on your phone if you want to check out the visuals. But I like this format. I'm going to check in, assuming I can, I feel like I have justification and context to kind of share these thoughts with you and tie in some musical education here. Minced Oath. Synthy. It's a little more electronic than I imagined from the album cover. I would have not have been surprised if there was like some kind of a Americana folksy situation coming. But if you look at the font, it's a little digital friendly. That was me. That'd be kind of fun though with this. I can hear it though. I'll bring my own Western to this one. We got the delay and reverb and the tremolo already set up. We'll get it. Something's storm clouds are brewing on the sky of tempo. I think I heard a kick drum. Alright, I like this one. Getting a little Stranger Things synth coming in. A little arpeggiated situation. Very Stranger Things, especially in 2026. I mean, it's called Texas Cyclone. That's giving me images too. 2, 3, 4. Trying to figure out. Trying to figure out where I'm getting this rolling threes feel. The synth is, maybe it's the harmony in the synth, but the synths are on the eighth note. But that nice long kick sound, it's probably dragged out in Pro Tools or something. It's a little gaseous. Oh man. But it's a great effect, as long as you don't think of farting. There's this nice rising texture. Yeah. There's like these chorus keyboards, so drenched in reverb, so far away. Figure out what keyword. I could tap our. Ooh! Oh! Downshifting. They're messing with the time. That's cool. They're slowing way down with the kick drum. Oh man, that's the thing. Like, making music is so fun. I remember there was a gig I was on with my buddy Abe, who's passed on, the lead guitarist in my kind of twee indie band when I was a kid. We would get into some stuff. I fell down laughing a couple times. This stuff is so much fun. Cause it's like it's patterns, but it's like it all has implications as to me. That's what I'm trying to share with you. And sometimes there's these things, you know, people have the nerve to do it, and you can. It's easier with the technology, and you can, you know. These are like high concepts for pre-digital music, you know. And really only the masters had the capacity to compose something like this for an orchestra or something back in the day. But now it's like you can do this on your, you can take it. This is a really bold concept, what they're doing with the time. Ah, what a world. I'm glad I get to hear it. That was so perfect. Oh my gosh, perfectly like comical, you know, just with everything. But hey, I'm Dave. It's Mountain Branch Music. That's our tour through the new music of the week. Adios.